Creator news, where I keep YouTubers like you up to date with everything that's happening on YouTube that impacts content creators. So if you are first time here, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything that's going to impact you. Now, today we have some interesting updates. We have some new features that are rolling out for live streamers, some new YouTube analytics that are being tested, and more YouTuber news starting right now with reactions that are rolling out for everyone who live streams. This is just one of the live streaming features. These are currently available to viewers watching in iOS. For those of you that are watching on iOS, because this has been enabled on my channel for a while, make sure you go ahead and hit those reactions so people watching, can see exactly what those are. But basically, if you're not familiar with them, while people are watching your live streams, they are going to be able to hit some emojis and then they float up on the screen, which is just, a little fun engagement feature. This has been available on my channel for quite some time. So if you do watch my content or hang out my live streams, and you've probably seen this in action, or if you watch other channels where it's been enabled and you've seen it in action, but really it's just something fun, just some general eye candy. But next on the list, if you're a streamer, you are getting the option for ads automation. So this might help you make more money from your streams. This is going to allow you to show ads at random times during your streams. These random times are going to be selected by YouTube. So basically, when you turn this on, what's going to happen is the system is going to show viewers ads at the time that the system thinks, they would be most likely to engage with those ads. You can turn this on and off by using the checkbox. It's totally your call if you want to use this feature or not. Some people might find this as something that is interruptive to their streams. Other people, have no problem with just kind of letting, the system do what it does, so to speak. But, of course, it's going to be your call. In addition to that, the new live control panel has a pop out that shows concurrent viewers, chat rates, and views. In order to access this, what you have to do is when you go into your live control room, down in the bottom left-hand corner, and I hope you're able to see this, but down in the bottom left-hand corner, you're going to see a little option to pop out. If you open up the window, it'll actually have the words there. But basically, if you click that, it's going to pop out, and it's going to give you something that looks like this right here. Now, the cool thing with this is, in addition to you being able to have just like a little monitor, essentially, so you can see kind of what's happening with your stream, this is also something to where, if you're a streamer, you're going to be familiar with this, to where you can copy the URL of this since it pops out, and you can embed this into your stream. So if you're using something like OBS, then you can actually point to this URL, and then it's going to show up in your stream. So then you can share that information with viewers if you choose to. Me personally, I don't see like a real use for that unless you're trying to, be like, hey, this is our concurrent chats, let's get them up higher, that kind of thing. But, it's just something cool, that you do have the option to use and show publicly if you want to. But it's more importantly, in terms of, using it as a streamer, it's more important to, just have it on screen so you can just kind of see what's going on without having to have an entire monitor up or something like that, where you're monitoring the stats and just the interaction of your streams. In addition to that, Creator Insiders mentioned that we have a new analytic that they're currently testing, and this is really cool. I'm actually more excited about this than I am the live streaming features. This particular analytic, this is breaking down what your viewers are watching on other channels. Now, this is going to help us because it's going to help us better understand the actual formats that our viewers are engaging with the most. So if you get this graph and you see that, wow, people are watching tons of shorts on these other channels, but I'm not doing shorts, or I'm not doing shorts that often, then this is going to give you, the reason to start doing shorts more, because, you'll see that people are engaging with those a lot on other channels. So I think this is really cool because it's going to help, guide you in terms of, the formats of content that you choose to release based on what your audience typically responds to most on other channels. They are also going to be experimenting with community posts being viewable on Android tablets. iPad is going to be coming soon. So this isn't really, a new feature for you as a creator. This is more for the viewers. But the thing that I want you to think about here is, if you go into your YouTube analytics and you look into your devices settings, you can see the devices that people commonly watch your content on. So if you do see a lot of people that are interacting with your channel on tablets, then make sure that you are using your community feed on a regular basis, because now people are going to be able to start accessing those community feeds on tablets. And I have a video on this channel about, the best ways to use your community feed. But the idea is you can can use this to pull viewers in through video content, to just get them to engage through, polls and things like that. So it's a really, helpful feature for you as a content creator and helpful for your viewers. But since they're opening this up on a tablet, this is even more reason to make sure that you are using your community feed on a regular basis if you're trying to grow everything. And as a part of that, another note that I have here is just remember that, some people are like, hey, I just can't remember to post in there all the time. You can schedule community posts. So just as a heads up, like let's say you publish on like a Monday and a Wednesday, then in that case, you can schedule, community posts to go out every Tuesday of the month. You can't set it, every Tuesday per the month. You have to go each Tuesday and do it, but you can schedule your streams or your community posts in advance so you can have those continually going out as well if you choose to. Tomorrow we have a big day, so I'm going to be doing my normal Nimmin Live here on this channel where I'm answering your YouTube questions, so make sure that you hang out for that. But my brother D and Daniel Batal, they are going to be doing channel reviews over on the StreamYard YouTube channel. So if you are somebody that is looking for channel reviews, they're going to be doing that. But in addition to that, I'm doing channel reviews right after this stream. So I have a link at the very top of the chat where you can join that. As soon as I shut this down, it's going to redirect you over there. But of course, you can come in and join as well if you happen to be catching this on the replay or something. And just in case you don't know, if you are someone who celebrates Easter, that is coming up this weekend. So just as a heads up for you for that as well, to make sure that you don't forget. And besides that, that is the news. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.